is going on, everybody? It is the boy Minsky back out with another review, and today we are after our final movie in our Jurassic review series, that of course being the newest film and what this has all been building up to, Jurassic World Rebirth. And this will also be culminating in a big ranking I'm playing tomorrow of all 7 movies. But before we get to actual beginning of the video, tell you guys to forget to subscribe to the other channel, because number 1, it's absolutely free. Number 2, also maybe a help with the YouTube algorithm, recommend the video to more people, maybe they could join. That's it! And feel free to comment your thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth down below. With that being said, guys, let's go into let's go with a quick plot synopsis of the film, shall we? So transition your shoes,
Zora Bennett leads a team of skilled operatives to the most dangerous place on Earth, an island research facility for the original Jurassic Park. Their mission is to secure genetic material from dinosaurs whose DNA can provide life-saving benefits to mankind. As the top-secret expedition becomes more and more risky, they soon make a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the world for decades.
Alright, so with Jurassic World Rebirth, I was walking in 50-50, because for those who do not know and have not been watching my review series, first Jurassic Park, my favorite movie of all time. But I've stated on record, and I'm saying it again, I've stated it in the last movie review I did, and I stated it in my short out-of-theater reaction in my Letterboxd review of this. Even though I love that first Jurassic Park, I don't think that the actual franchise itself is one of my favorites, because most of them I can pretty much take or leave. The only film I love besides the first Jurassic Park is the first Jurassic World. Everything else in that franchise, I'm like, I can take or leave. Like Lost World in competition for my least favorite of the franchise, that bores me. Well, I don't think any of these movies are bad in the franchise, I would say. I would say my bottom 2 are just like my least favorites. I do not like them. 3, I have a guilty pleasure with. The Fallen Kingdom is my least favorite, but I would much rather rewatch it than Lost World. And then Dominion I like a lot more than most people, but still it has a lot of issues that they decided to go with for the culmination of the first 2 trilogies. So with Jurassic World Rebirth, I was pretty much walking in 50-50, because the director, I like Gareth Edwards as a director. However, a new trilogy with new characters, okay, not really that interested, but whatever, let's see how it is. So let's just see what I ended up thinking of the film, shall we? So fine. So starting off with the good here, I have the story. I think the story in here is decent. Now, don't get me wrong.
So does that mean it's a great storyline necessarily? No, not really. But I still did enjoy it, the little pieces we got where they're trying to take blood samples from each dinosaur on this island. I like that idea as a concept.
There's some pretty decent action sequences in here, I will say, or horror-esque sequences that you have with the D-Rex later on in the film that I thought were quite cool. The CGI for all the dinosaurs I thought was good. Again, like most of these later movies in the Jurassic franchise since Jurassic World, most of the CGI has been great for each of the dinosaurs. I think this one definitely is the weakest CGI out of the 4, but I still think it's great CGI. I think that Gareth Edwards as a director in here, no surprise, does a phenomenal job, as he usually does with all the movies he makes. And I think that the kills in here are good too, especially for PG-13. I thought they were well executed. That's the good done, though. I just rushed past that. I apologize, but that's like how I feel. I can't think of anything else to say about it, really. But that is the good done. Now let's move on to mixed aspects of the film. So the parts I'm 50-50 on. So I loosely talked about it earlier, but the D-Rex as the dino villain.
For those who've been watching my review series, you've seen that I've been talking loosely about each dino villain that you have in each of the movies. And the D-Rex in here I thought had a unique look, and I like where they end things with it, but I still wish we got more of it.
Speaking of the D-Rex, another mixed aspect I have in here is the opening of the film. The opening of the film is cool and haunting, but at the same time, it's completely dumb how everything's set up with it. That's all I'll say. In the mixed aspects too, my final part, I have the little dino that they introduce in here. So they have this little dinosaur that's introduced kind of to be where your sympathy goes, and it's kind of trying to go for that cute little creature vibe, similar to Grogu, Baby Groot, and stuff. And on one hand, yeah, it is cute, and I like the design. However, it's just a trope we've seen before in other things over these last couple of years, like last 5 years, I'll say. So, I don't know why we needed that, but it's fine, whatever. That's a mixed done note. Now let's move on to the bad. Which, first one, I hate to be a broken record, and I was expecting this to be a negative of the movie. That is the characters that you have.
Aside from Jonathan Bailey's character, all the other ones were just generic to me. Scarlett Johansson's character just feels like a female version of Owen Grady from the last 3 films. Mahershala Ali is just a bit generic big brute, and I can go on and on and on.
Along with the characters, you also have stupid character decisions. Most importantly, why don't we just bring up this next negative? The family side of the story. So you have these people trying to get dino DNA or whatever, and then they randomly stumble upon this random family and the daughter's boyfriend, where they make the dumbest decisions possible in this whole entire franchise. They're definitely up there for sure. On top of that, the characters are pretty much annoying, especially the boyfriend in the movie. My goodness, definitely up there for one of the worst Jurassic characters for sure. Even though I do admit there's one joke he makes in the movie where I was going, okay, that was funny, but you still suck as a character. Sorry to tell you, dude. And did not enjoy that side of the movie whatsoever. Also, this is way too long. So for those who do not know the runtime of this movie, it's actually like 2 hours and 15 minutes. If it was an hour and 15 minutes, I would be less harsh on it. But 2 hours and 15 minutes, I think, is stretching it quite a bit. I would have much rathered it be 2 hours long. But they said, no, let's attach on 15 minutes of the film. So I don't know why we need that extra 15 minutes, but whatever. And then the final bad I have in here is the plot conveniences that you have in this film, where, in particular, with the plot of the movie,
that they have to take blood samples from each and every single dinosaur. It's just like the dinosaurs pop out of thin air after they just complete an objective. It's literally right after it.
Ladies and
where
gentlemen,
I go,
would
that really happen?
Rebirth. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this film down below. Let's bring out the Toxic Meat. I'm going to give this a toxicness a B-. I do like it more than most sequels in this franchise, but I still can't say I love it, and I can't say this was a rebirth of this franchise in a sense. But I do think it's watchable, but it's not my favorite of the franchise by far at all. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace out.